Oh, thank you. That's very good. How about James? One more time for James. Yeah. With respect to James, because I knew that I would be here following James's set, I just went off to the restroom just for a moment while you were up here.
Okay.
All right. No disrespect. But when I came back, you had a Bible in your hand. And
I had a hymnal in it.
you had a hymnal in your hand. Okay, well that's good, because I wanted to have a conversation with you. Well, no, not really. Nevertheless, it scared the hell out of me, and there goes half of my material tonight. But one more time.
Well, that's what
One more time.
That's the object. Scared the hell out of you.
James! All right. I feel like I just opened the floor to a town hall discussion. Thank you, James. One more time for James. Yes. And to Nathan, who's hosting this evening. What a fine job he's doing. Yes, thank you, Nathan. And to all of you, to El Mariachi for having us, for having me. My name is, wait a minute. I'm still thanking the venue, and this is when I clear the room? I haven't even said anything yet! This is when I walk half of the people in this bar? Now! I need you! I will buy you all a Corona. That's a Corona. You have to share, but I'll buy you all one Corona. Guys, please, I can still see you because there are windows behind me. I'm doing comedy in front of windows, so there's traffic. All right, how does, for those of you who are still here, I won't take up that much time. We have a lot of music to get to, but I'm genuinely happy to be here. I am, because I've been looking for some stage time, and I learned that I could do a few minutes at a Mexican restaurant in a town. They said between the 2nd and the 6th largest cities in the state. And I said, let's see how Ionia closes out the weekend. You guys want to party with me? Yeah, you guys want? All right, let's this party started. Oh, because I should also mention that I'm here in Michigan visiting family. I live in New York, but I'm home visiting family, and it's nice to be home in Michigan. I hit 3 deer just on the way over. Just count them all 3. Yeah.
I hope it was all 4-legged.
Just in case any of you were wondering if James was still here, he's tallying the deer count, by the way. Are you up to 4, James? All right, I got 3. But nevertheless, there were about 100 more lined up along the road, right? Like down 131, that's the way I came. And every 5th deer was like a buck with the hoof out, and he's like, I'll do it. I'll take us both out. I'll do it. You know how a deer sounds? Yeah. They're just lined up like you're the grand marshal of the parade. Oh, God. No, it's nice to be here.
I got them 2-legged ones all lined up on the match.
I can't answer all of your questions, by the way. I don't even think they're questions, are they?
I got deer lined up on Match.com.
Oh, you got the deer lined up on Match.com. Great, well there goes my material. I'm being upstaged by a guy who was here 5 minutes ago. Oh my gosh.
I'll try to.
Jake,
I can't help it.
I'm going to cut in, says the guy with the microphone. I'm just going to interrupt you for a moment. Oh my God. Are you together? Is this your date, James?
No.
Oh. Did anyone notice how quick she was to say no? No, I'm not with this guy. God bless you, man, but she's like, I'm not even looking. Hey, wait, are you with somebody who's on the other side of the room?
Right here.
Oh, it's right here. Oh, okay, all right. I was concerned. How far away is he? Not that I'm looking, but you seem like a lovely one. And all right, well, thank you, all of you, for being here. I'm glad you're here.
I love you too.
Are you married, by the way? Are you two married? years. 7 years. 7 years. God bless you. Give it up for this couple. 7 years. You live here in Ionia? Yeah, well, it's a lovely town. I've been here for 45 minutes, but I've really been enjoying my time here. My name is Devin George Keast, and I'll tell you a little bit about me. Because I grew up here in Michigan, and I grew up surrounded by a big Midwestern family. Like my parents had 6 kids. They had six of us, plus an exchange student. Like, why once you have 6 kids, why are we looking for other ways to bring in more people and just add them to an overcrowded situation? Plus 6 kids, plus an exchange student. There was no exchange. I should specify. There was no exchange. Someone failed to complete the transaction. And we just ended up with a Swedish guy. Just added him to. Yeah, just there he was. He was the favorite. So my parents are retired and exhausted. That is my mom and my dad. They are retired and exhausted. My dad does this thing where he falls asleep all the time. This seems familiar to some of you. I'll explain. He'll because he pulls this card. He'll insist he's just resting his eyes. My dad maintains he's just resting his eyes. Sometimes I'll be like, Dad, you fell asleep. And he'll say, I was just resting my eyes. I'll be like, either way, you're driving. Dad, come on. I love a Mexican restaurant because you got your beans, you got your rice. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. And I have to specify that when I say that I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. Because, of course, there are some people who say they're vegetarian, and then you're having dinner and they order the fish. You know where this is going, right? And you're like, I thought you were a vegetarian. And then they say, technically, I'm a liar. I'm an animal lover. I'm fascinated by animals and the different species that we're still learning about, right? Like, I don't know if you heard about this recently, but there is a pufferfish in the ocean. It's not here. Folks, why don't you check beneath your seats to see who won the pufferfish? There's a pufferfish. Did you hear about this? You heard about this? Releases a toxin that will give you a psychedelic high. Yeah, a psychedelic high. And here's the best part, dolphins found out. So that explains dolphins. And why they are tripping balls, right? You ever seen a dolphin? They're always like, come swim with us. God's here. That was for you, James. Yeah. He is. Have you ever done psychedelics, James? Well, you don't need to read the Bible when you've done psychedelics. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I've never touched them. Okay, it's getting late. I only have so much time with you folks, and you're a lovely audience. So I figure before we get back to the music, I'll leave you with a story. You feel like a story? You folks want a story? It's Sunday night, yeah? This is about a phone call that I got some years ago, and I missed the call, but they left a message. And they left a message explaining that they were calling from Dover Shores Elementary School, and that my son, Tommy, had an outstanding balance with the school cafeteria. Owed money to the cafeteria. A couple of things, Ionia. I do not have a son named Tommy. I do not have a son. I don't have any kids, for that matter, I should mention. And I'm not one of those guys who's like, thank you. That usually does not get an applause, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I've made it this far. I have a dog, and he's enough, right? He's a good boy. I've got a Yorkshire terrorist, but he's a good boy. So I don't have kids. Clearly wrong number. Next day, got another phone call. Dover Shores Elementary left another message. They're following up on their previous attempt, all right, because they're collecting a debt. Tommy owes money. So now I'm getting worried, right? Because I don't know if the kid's eating or if there are bigger problems, right? Is he being bullied? Third day in a row, the phone rings. This time I recognize the number. I picked up the phone and took out my credit card. How much, does anyone want to take a stab at this? How much do you folks think that Tommy owed Dover Shores Elementary School? Because they're calling me 3 days in a row now. Anyone want to take a stab at this going once?
$350.
How? $350. $3.50 or $300? That's quintessential here. That is very important. $3.50. $3.50. $3.50. You're not far off. Yeah. So you know Dover Shores is a public school. Yeah. It was $1.75. They're hounding me for $1.75. Maybe we need to reform our public school system, folks, because I'm getting yes. Could we fund our schools? I just took out my credit card and put down 20. I said, take out a little insurance. This kid's gonna need it, right? All right, you'd think that's the end of the story, but 5 years later, I got a phone call. Dover Shores Elementary School. Tommy's in the 6th grade. It was his teacher. This is true. Tommy's failing math. Yeah, that's what I said. I said there, I'm disappointed, but Tommy is no longer my son. He belongs to the state now. I have a dog and he's enough. All right, and that's enough out of me. My name's Devin Keys. Thanks so much, Ionia. Thank you to El Mariachi. Thank you to Nathan. You guys are the best. Enjoy the rest of your evening.